Alright guys, TechCribber here, back again today. Hope you're all having a fantastic Monday. Today's video comes out, and I believe a couple of people yesterday weren't getting notifications for yesterday's video, so if you didn't see yesterday's video on brand rankings, then feel free to check that out in the description box below. Today we're going to talk about some actual drama and some things that have happened over the last day or so. Of course, today's Monday, the weekend has just gone by, which means that tournaments happened, including this New York Subliners tournament which they hosted. A team has ended up winning. We'll go into that in the coming minutes. Also wanted to talk through Aches versus Slasher. They've been having a bit of a back and forth on Twitter, a pretty interesting one, talking about, and it really harkens back to in more detail the rosters that we're looking at here and the potential that some of these rosters have and some of the issues they may have and some of the things we've been talking about that might cause those issues that we've been talking about over the last couple of weeks. So I hope you guys enjoy the video. Like if you do, subscribe if you're new. As always, I would greatly appreciate it. First of all, today I saw on Reddit today is the 5-year anniversary of the origin of the press F to pay respects meme. I didn't even, or a lot of my friends didn't even know that this came from Call of Duty a while ago, because I didn't play the campaign in Advanced Warfare, and when I did, I imagine I played it on console, so I didn't see the whole F thing. But yeah, if you guys weren't aware, press F to pay respects originated from the Advanced Warfare campaign in Call of Duty. So yeah, pretty cool. The 5-year anniversary was today. Thought that was something at least very well worth mentioning. This I saw on Reddit yesterday as well, and when I logged in to play the game, couldn't believe what I was seeing here. I don't know what I want to pronounce this, whatever. Like, this map, if you guys have played it, it's a 10v10 map, but it's absolutely massive. It's absolutely atrocious. If you guys thought Gustav Cannon was bad in World War II, like, this is something else. Now, look, this is what they say, and I just couldn't believe this when I read it. Blown out houses, destroyed buses, and a neglected bridge provide seemingly endless places to hide. Like, what a way to advertise a map, to say it has endless places to hide. In the past, we've heard about, like, which allows fast run and gun, aggressive gameplay, this side of thing. These are the type of things that come up usually. It talks about how, there's a long lines of sight for snipers, but there's also, closer range for your SMG guys, and there's some sneaky flank routes. That's usually how they advertise these maps when they do things like this. But instead, they're advertising the seemingly endless places to hide. What players are they targeting here? Do people genuinely, see this and are like, oh my god, damn, I have to go and play a load of 10v10s to get this map so I can hide in a building? What is the appeal there? I thought CoD, the whole idea was that it was fast-paced, frenetic action, and I enjoy it because I can just hop on for half an hour, whatever. Maybe I have free time, maybe I just want to relax a little bit, put some music on, play some pubs. I just want to be able to run around and kill things, and you can't do that in this game, which is very frustrating, and I'm sure you guys are having similar experiences. Thought I'd run this past you guys as well. There was in this tournament yesterday that Doug played in. Just thought this was kind of funny. I thought you guys would kind of find it interesting as well. Of course, it doesn't really mean anything in the context of the season, but Doug did go 0-9 in a matchup against some guys. I'm not really sure who these guys are. Maybe he was going for the bomb plant, certainly possible, but thought that was kind of funny. So, some announcements to mention here. This doesn't seem to be working. Let's make that work. So, the Royal Ravens confirmed Shawnee as their first substitute. There's still one more substitute to confirm. I have heard what it is behind the scenes, but I don't want to go into details here because I might be compromising sources or whatever. So yeah, they say we've got the whole of the UK covered now. We're happy to announce Shawnee as our newest addition and first London Royal Ravens substitute. Interesting substitute. I think I'll talk about it here in some detail, at least maybe 30 seconds worth. I always find when I watch Shawnee play, he's impressed me since the Infinite Warfare days, and whenever he plays, I always find this guy is snapping, this guy's frying, he's snapping onto targets, but then you look up at the scoreboard, and he's sitting at a relatively respectable, 1 KD, or just below a 1 or something like that, and I find him and Wiskin in a similar boat in that sense. I'm happy you got an opportunity as a substitute on this team. Of course, it does mean another AR into the mix, right? Which is something that maybe is valid on this in this game in Modern Warfare. Definitely a player that I respect, and I think he's done well. I think he's a very talented player on the whole, and he could be a decent bench attribute for a team, but we'll just have to see going forward. We'll have to see when their last sub is announced as well. So, moving onwards to go on to this New York tournament that happened yesterday. So, thought this is a funny clip I'd share with you guys. So, Revan and Study were casting it, and Prague was hosting the event, and, well, there was a question that was asked because there were some spawns in the back, and I'll share this clip with you guys, and I'll enlarge the minimap for you guys to see. This gunfight goes down at the back, and the individual that died. I believe it was Simp or I think it was Simp. The question was, where is he going to spawn right now? Like, all the blue arrows are converging in on the hard point. The YesSir team basically have, I don't know what's going on my laptop right now, basically have no map control at all. So the question is, where's Simp going to spawn? He's probably going to have to spawn all the way out, but guess what? He spawns right in the hill.
All the way around the back, do they know he's here? Gunless spots him, doesn't win the fight. How's this going to influence the spawns?
Abizi's just going to try to play his life, but they are spawning on the hill. They are spawning on the hill. That is probably hard.
So definitely some issues here. A lot of people were going like completely up in arms about this. At the same time, the blue arrows were very, very spread out on the map to the point where it's difficult for Simp to spawn anywhere else but either in the hill or so far away. But I think so far away is the decision you have to go for when you're doing the spawn logic, because if the red team has absolutely no map control, then you can't just spawn him in the hill, and that's just unfair. Right, so obviously some fixes need to be made. Thought I'd share this clip with you as well, because Team Iceman, who went on to win the tournament, they clutched it out by 1 point right at the end, and you can see the winning team as I share this clip with you guys on stream now. So Morks, Pristini, RCT, Abizi, and Celium walked away with it.
He's just got this big kill onto Abizi. He's hopping the hill. 2 seconds remaining. 1. They hop off the hill.
Hop back on the hill.
3 kills go in favor of Team Iceman. They are on the hill. Here he comes. Contestants coming in. Big kill. Pristini's able to win it versus Envoy. They have full control. They can win off this middle hard point right here.
Both teams with a chance to win. It's Simp in the mix. He gets shut down. Smokes all around. They're trying to contest. And if YesSir can contest for a couple more seconds, we will see a new hard point. But it's getting dangerous. They just needed 1 more point. They just needed 1 more point. Are Iceman going to do this? Are they going to make the comeback?
It's coming down to the wire. 247, 249. They need to get in for a contestant. Oh! And no, Team Iceman pull it out. 250.
So yeah, pretty incredible comeback, pretty significant choke from the guys on YesSir, but they did end up losing in that grand finals in 3-2 fashion. They lost the Search and Destroy, and I think St. Petrograd. I watched that just before I went to bed. Yeah, entertaining matchup. Definitely some things that need to be fixed. Domination is not fun to watch at all right now, because like once a cap goes in, you know what's going to happen. It's very difficult to get any counter caps. Honestly, the map's just, in my opinion, just like, oh, I just hate watching Domination on them. It really grinds my gears. Thankfully, S&D is quite enjoyable. There's a lot to learn as well right now, which keeps things exciting. I'm just kind of worried that given how World War II went and the viewership that we kind of had in the league that year, I'm just wondering whether the competitive community will find this game dull and boring to watch. And I think that that's a very good chance, right? In Black Ops 4, we got a way higher percentage, or at least way higher viewership in the league than we did in World War II. And I think a lot of that is down to the game being more fast-paced, more enjoyable to watch. In this game, I'm worried it's going to be like World War II and we're going to have mediocre viewership just because the game is, in my opinion, not particularly interesting to watch, at least at the current time. But we'll have to see how things go. Lacefield has been confirmed onto the Los Angeles Guerillas. So the team is Saints, Aches, Decimate, Aqua, and Lacefield. An interesting squad, and that's what we're going to go into about this, drama in just a second here. I didn't want to talk about the team in detail today. I'll probably do that in coming days. A few other things I plan to talk about as well going forward. So yeah, this is the end of Lacefield's announcement video here. Pretty impressive stuff. Got honestly some good clips together. I do like the way Los Angeles Los Angeles Guerillas are kind of targeting OpTic Gaming. So they put some clips in of Lacefield versus OpTic. I think I'll throw one up on screen here of when Panny P and Lacefield both played together last, I believe, back in the Black Ops 3 days, right? When they were on that Cloud9 team, of course, knocked out OpTic Gaming in that incredible fashion. I won't share with you the famous clip of them actually taking the victory, although it's in Aches' header. A clip just before that of maybe another match. Oh no, it was in the same match actually when Lacefield makes a nice little play to seal the deal.
And Lacefield coming in clutch. He gets the ace that round. All 4 returning the trash talk, asserting dominance. He's trying to make the argument that he's the best sub in the game.
That's the fire Lacefield needed exactly throughout that entire map. Bailing Cloud9 out of every bad situation that could have possibly come. You see Aches, the hype man, keeping the energy going. Cloud9's...
So moving onwards, this is the drama I wanted to talk about, right? So Aches says, super excited to be teaming with Lacefield again, brings a fire and energy unlike anyone else. Everyone's got a chip on their shoulder, time to get to work. So pretty interesting, of course, Aches' team with some of these guys in the past. I think this roster has potential. I'm just slightly worried about work ethic and things like that, but on the whole, it's kind of well-rounded. I think saying that X versus OpTic, well, we'll have to see, right? Because X versus OpTic has always been the thing. Does X versus OpTic still work if you don't have the traditional OpTic players on the team? That's a big question, right? So Slasher comes back at him and says, great addition to round out the LAB team. So poking a bit of fun right at their Los Angeles team compared to, of course, the Slasher one with Slasher, Kenny, TJ, Dashy, JCap, which is on paper, I guess, a stronger squad. Now, Aches comes back at this and says, listen, bro, at least all of my teammates want to be on my team, not a part of the fake OpTic. See you in a few months if you'll make it that long, of course. Hashtag hoods up. I love stuff like this. This is great, great drama, really, because Dashy, of course, we've talked about how he wanted to go on the Chicago team. Did he even want to be on this Los Angeles OpTic team? Who knows, right? And, well, we don't know how the contract situation went down, but we have talked about that in the past couple of weeks. So that's clearly what X is getting at here, right? Dashy on this Los Angeles OpTic team. Does he even want to be there? Does he want to represent a brand that doesn't necessarily have the most support right now? And Dashy's not used to that, having, you know, being on a brand that doesn't have all the support as he has done on OpTic Gaming this past year, right? So, very interesting, and that is effectively what X comes out and says, like, who knows if you even make it that long? There could be other things going on behind the scenes, and, you know, who knows, if they have a bad result in the first couple of months of the league, then that team is definitely on the cards for a change, right? Especially given that JCap in the E United team of last season, he had the first event, they had the good result on E United, then he started to not perform so well, and then he gets getting removed from the team. You know, you can see things like this happening with potentially JCap. I think JCap will be a solid player this year, but there's definitely a possibility that it's just, you know, it's just 1 year too far for JCap, and it's just gone that extra mile, and he just can't quite compete anymore at the same level that he used to be able to. That's certainly possible this year. With that possibility, and also the possibility of Dashy not wanting to play for this squad, as we've heard in rumours, who knows, X could be right. We could be a couple months into the season, and this team starts to fall apart, the Los Angeles OpTic one. I wouldn't be overly surprised, and, you know, that's what X is getting at here. Slasher comes back with whom that's on. According to our text, September 4th, you didn't even want to be on your own team. And yeah, X says, come back and says, you know, September 4th, like, what are you talking about? That's ages ago, and yeah, kind of is to some degree, right? But once again, Slasher implying that, oh, you know, could be potential tension issues there as well. So that's what I wanted to talk about today. Like, if you guys enjoyed the video, subscribe if you're new as always. Leave your thoughts down below, as I'm sure you will. And yeah, I'll see you tomorrow. Be very interested to hear your thoughts. Thanks for watching as always. I'll see you next time.
Oh, and here comes a freaking airplane! Fantastic! You bitch, I'm so... Fuck! Oh my god, bro. Bro, have I died to someone that's not camping, bro? Or a claymore? I don't think I have.